this when it's not live. I am back at it again. I'm here playing Diablo 3. I'm running through as the Necromancer, and I am accompanied by the almighty Slim Jim. Say hello.
Greetings from the Pantheon, everybody.
Alright, so we've started new characters. Mind you, we are Paragon level way up there. But I'm just making sure that the stream is properly titled, and then we will be on our way. Alright, it's taken a moment for my phone to update it, saying... Wow, it is a scorcher today. Alright, I will check it in just a moment. Gotta let it have a few moments to update.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
Alright, so here we are, talking to Captain Rumford.
I will bring peace to the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
I have experience in these matters.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricades!
So were you able to hear it that time at least?
I was.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Okay, now I have to edit the info because it's finally coming up. And there we go, the name is updated. Alright, we may or may not get anybody to come in and watch, but it'll be uploaded to YouTube afterwards.
My master would take pride in this.
That's strange.
This creature will die.
Oh crap, we've got some vortex enemies. But we seem to be taking care of them rather handily. Let's head into the cellar. Down in the cellar, Slim Jim. Well, that worked out. Just unlocked a skill called Corpse Explosion.
Classic.
I am gonna have way too much fun with this class. There's just something about playing a class that everybody normally will
While
hate
exploring
to
a
fight.
cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
So yeah, that's Bone Spear is my R2 attack. I believe that's what it's
The
called.
one that comes up out of the ground?
No, that one is just bone spikes. This one.
So what is that?
That just generates my what's it called again? Essence. I use essence.
Well, I mean, like, what is your primary generator move?
It's called Bone Spike.
Oh, so that is that one.
My insight
Is it usually an
grows.
R2 or a square?
Ooh, I did just unlock an active skill. Skeletal Mage. I don't like how little they last, but okay.
How many can you call forth at one time?
2. I'm sure it increases as I gain runes for it, or there's a passive skill.
I understand so much more now.
Speaking of runes for skills, I just got one for Bone Spikes. Sudden Impact. Bone Spikes occasionally stun enemies. That sounds like fun.
Old Tristram. Diablo himself once walked this place.
There's chaos everywhere, and word in town is that Lachdanin killed the king. Oh, this is true. Perhaps our days and nights of living in terror are behind us now.
Whee! Okay, so Corpse Explosion does launch enemies across the screen.
Ah, an interesting opponent.
I don't know what I think about Skeletal Mage, but it is too early to tell. Wow, this almost feels like it's cheating for EXP. Almost
Thank you for
feels
your
like
help.
it.
But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Interesting. If he lives, his knowledge could prove useful. I have trained well.
That almost sounded a little heartless there for a moment.
Hmm.
This is not the proper equipment for a Necromancer to be wielding. I am using a sword and a shield. That is a two-handed sight. I didn't realize that. Okay.
I will help you find your uncle, Leah.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Alright. So, to the old ruins we go.
Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
Did you know your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Oh, so there was gold up there. Not like we need it at the moment. Though you're wielding even more of a funny weapon for your
Hidden
class.
cellar.
Dark magic lingers
Sword.
here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
Leave that to me. You'd best stay and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Even came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
I just unlocked a skill called Corpse Lamp.
I must have a corpse.
Oh,
No,
that is morbid.
I require a corpse for that. I'm afraid not.
Skill requires a target as well as a corpse. Ooh, mass grave. I don't know what I like better, corpse explosion or corpse lance. Wow, that is just mean. And I love it. It's like, oh, you're surrounded by your dead friends. Okay. We can make them help. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, the Necromancer isn't so much focused on an army all at once as it is a...
I must have a
Oh,
corpse.
there are corpses around, I can use those. Oh. Keep forgetting that chandelier is there.
My name is Latdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Theoric's army, I left only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Don't kill me. I don't want to change.
My master would take
I
pride
cannot
in this.
do that.
I unlocked the next skill. Command
I'm
skeleton.
afraid not. I must have a corpse. That is not possible.
Around helping you.
Yeah, I've now got an army of 7 skeletons. Okay, so... Passive. Periodically raise skeletons from the grounds. They'll attack my enemies. Active. Command your skeletal minions to attack the target and increase their damage. Hello and welcome. I'm assuming it is Raven. Oh geez, there doesn't even have to be a corpse next to them. I just called from across the room. We keep forgetting the chandeliers.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me.
Yeah, I'm not going to be skipping the cutscene, mostly because this is going to be an official playthrough.
Gods, bring me his bones.
And Slim Jim, if you want, in our off time with this, thank you very much.
I will save you.
If you want to do the whole flooding the thing with summons, we can wind up at some point. I'll make a second Necromancer for us to play in our off time. And you can make the Witch Doctor. And hello to Miss Adika. Equip the Salvation.
Thank you.
That looks like a nice piece of equipment.
I believe we can aid each other. Your niece told me you were here.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me.
Just gold.
To Tristram.
Okay, back we go to New Tristram to talk with Deckard
I
Cain.
have found Leah's uncle, Deckard Cain. He was pursued by a creature called the Skeleton King, who blocks the path to the fallen star.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Friend, I am not often called that, but I wish to know more about the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Ooh.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord.
I got a new phylactery.
Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
I will find a way to lay him to rest.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram.
I just got a
before and
legendary
endured.
crown. It's
But what of the texts?
hey,
The
Leoric's
subtle
crown.
tones warn of a falling star. The heraldic scroll
I got a pointy hat.
rising, and the
How fitting.
prophecy of the end days says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear.
Alright, I am headed to the blacksmith.
wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning. What is driving?
Each of my items is very special to me, but I suppose I can sell you one or two things if I must. I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
Alright.
You are the blacksmith, aren't you? I have a request.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
Death is a path all must tread. Allow me to help.
Thank you. Follow me.
Yeah, she is very no nonsense. Yeah, no sense.
sorry.
Do not apologize. You've learned from here.
So yeah, I'm thinking I like Corpse Lamp more than I like Corpse Explosion.
Understand so much more now.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrig! Help me!
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
Well, Hadrig, Deckard Cain told me you
Sorry, I
know where
forget the
Leoric's crown is.
That's okay.
I can help you there. It's buried with his Chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Why give me a tribal mask? Oh yes, we got, well at least I got my level 10. So I have the ability to add a passive. Okay, consuming a corpse has a 20% chance to spawn a health globe. That can be useful.
Don't tell anyone. Look, I'm happy to sell to you, but you got to promise not to tell anyone where you got these goods from, okay?
Okay. I love how the guards standing there didn't even stop us, didn't even question.
I need a corpse. I have trained well.
Alright, I just unlocked a new primary skill called Siphon Blood. But I really like Bone Spikes. Oh, that's awesome. Skeletal mages will now leave a corpse behind when they die or expire. So as long as I can generate more essence, I am not going to see myself running out of corpses. Dear Lord.
That is not possible. I need a corpse. The night embraces me. That is not possible.
So, here, what are you thinking of the Necromancer from what you've seen?
I cannot do that.
Hadrig's apprentice is dead. I should tell him.
I love your character's nonchalance about that. Hadrig's apprentice is dead. I should tell him. Why is it showing a blue arrow going down this way?
Because we're supposed to go tell Hadrig that his apprentice is dead?
Is that it? No. That wasn't it. I don't know. At this point, our best bet is probably just to keep walking.
My power has grown.
Corpse explosion rune, bloody mess. Active skill unlocked the Death Nova.
No. I need a corpse. Do not fear the end.
Oh, molten enemy.
That is not possible.
Quinn, you're not a Gorgon.
I need a corpse. You will make a fine corpse.
They really aren't. Well, here's hoping that you can soon. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't have nearly enough coverage for my donation contest to be fruitful. I wound up turning in some games that I don't play anymore.
I understand so much more now. I must have a corpse. I'm afraid not.
Active skill unlocked, command golem. Do give me a moment. Oh, never mind, I don't want that. Okay, so bone pillars instead strikes the target and up to 2 nearby enemies with large bone pillars. I'll try it. Death Nova. I like Skeletal Mage more. Command the golem to the targeted location where it collapses into a pile of usable corpses. Raises a flesh golem to fight for you. I lose all my skeletons, but That is ghastly.
All I see is a shadow.
Darn.
I require a corpse for that.
Okay. Bone Spikes is going back to sudden impact. And I'm not sure what I think of the flesh golem.
No.
So let me change Command Golem back over to Command Skeleton. Okay, so we go upwards. Oh, you're sending out tornadoes now.
I require a corpse for that.
It's still very weird that you're experiencing lag spikes.
That is not possible.
So what do you say? We go on for until the hour mark, or?
Go to the hour mark.
No.
Unless we're in the middle of a quest that we can't exactly easily stop.
I'm afraid not.
Of course we're on the opposite side of that. A teleport ability would have been nice there. Okay, so we need the Chancellor's Altar. Where are you going?
Oh, fight off an army of dead.
You are taking off running.
I must have a corpse.
There. I think that did it. There's one up here. I've never seen one up here before. face, my bony wrath. I love when they get dealt enough damage by Bone Javelin to be able to die and provide me with another corpse.
I have trained well.
Ow, that hurt.
I need a corpse. I cannot do that.
So, I just unlocked the skill Decrepify. Yep.
No. That is not possible.
Yeah, something up ahead killed a couple of my skeletons.
That is not possible.
Oh geez, now I can summon 3 skeletal mages.
I think the crown is...
Wow. First one we chose.
I must have a corpse.
I did find a wand. It might be better for you.
Thank you.
Not a problem. That's what you do. Which really honestly makes me not like the, sorry, my brain died for a minute. Really not like the seasonal characters. Because you can't share loot. Oh, I've never made such short work of those guys at this low of a level. Even with Paragon levels. And naturally, we have to...
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
Ragna has blessed me.
Skeletal Mage Ruin Contamination. I think I have to look that up. Raise a contaminated mage that channels an aura of decay. I like the Gift of Death, though.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
There is no higher calling than serving the balance. The priests of Rathmar would welcome your aid. But I should tell you, during my travels, I found the body of your apprentice. It was a quick death.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
That is terrible, but at the same time... So, I don't care for Decrepify all that much. So, because I'm in the elective skill mode, I was able to replace it with
My
the
dearest
Flesh Golem.
Haedric, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could.
I still can't see
Our
it.
time together meant
That is
more. I have
weird.
retrieved the crown.
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
There is no other way to reach the fallen star, it seems.
How far are we on the hour mark?
48 minutes.
I leave it to you.
Yeah, let's go. We've kind of been tearing through them, so might as well.
I require a corpse for that. No.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, The councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement and sent us off to die.
Oh, geez. I'm up to... I think I can summon as many skeletal mages as I've got the MP for. Oh, F. Which is kind of terrifying, actually.
That is not possible.
I just unlocked active skill Devour. It'll probably take place of my corpse lance though, so... That is a shame those don't last longer.
I will not accept this. It's not my time to die.
Maybe the reason you can't see the flesh golem is because you don't have the DLC. I don't know why they do that, but okay, 10 is the maximum amount I can summon. Oh, and my essence does not recharge when I'm idle.
Maintain your incantations. You will soon turn. Your magic is weak. I am free. Now, back to my mission.
Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I must slay the skeleton king.
Then our aims align.
Yeah, I've got my own style of mortar. Except they're bone.
No. I cannot do that.
I mean, I don't know about you, but to me it's quite obvious that the bone javelins are constructed, corpse lance, that's what it was, is constructed out of some form of bones from the enemies.
It looks like your friend needs my help up ahead. Down this way. There are my weapons.
Yeah.
I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
I suppose not. A strong spear at my side could prove helpful.
Okay. So we are almost at the hour mark, so we'll get to the point where we have defeated the Skeleton King. And then we'll do the end of the stream. I was gonna say, were there more enemies? Did I miss them?
Black magic bars our way, but the will of a Templar is stronger. You were a Templar, John Dar. How could you succumb to this Coven?
The Coven is my brotherhood now. The powers we serve will soon rule this world! Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven.
Yeah, how can he join a Necromancer Coven?
Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. But there is one condition. If we find the sacred tomes of my order, they are mine.
Do as you please. Such books do not interest me.
Then onwards we go to fight the Skeleton King.
Yeah, he'll remain in town.
I'm afraid not.
Just watching the arrows go through my little slow time bubble.
No. Your death nears.
Wow, that is just... That slow time is pretty useful. I never wound up using it on my mage because I was soloing. That is a treasure goblin.
No. I understand so much more now.
You did good keeping that treasure goblin kind of trapped. True. Royal crit. Yeah, I guess it could be reminiscent of the Gauntlet arcade game.
Which I have.
Keep your distance from him. This burden is mine to bear.
And I actually have the Necromancer for that.
May death bring peace from your madness, Leoric.
Traitors! Even in death, the armies of Condorus will still obey their king, even if you will not.
And our movement speed is through the roof. To be fair, I'm bringing a lot of dead bodies too. Wow. That was kinda nuts. Just all the corpse lances from those took out the activated pillars reasonably easily. Oh yeah, I know you did.
We have just arrived in Tristram, and I must say, I'm a bit dismayed. This place is a backwater filled with serfs and an ancient broken-down monastery, hardly fit for the King of Condorus. I cannot fathom why Lazarus was so intent on this becoming our new seat of power.
Alright, so we are a little over an hour, but we're about to fight the Skeleton King.
Whoa.
You will never defeat me!
Yeah, it looks kinda ghastly, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, now I can actually see him just fine.
Mm.
I don't have a, I don't really have a very descriptive word for that.
You have a descriptive sound?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's just looking at it. Depending on whether it's on my side or against me, I think I'd have a different sound.
Fair enough. At least it's on your side. Yeah, I love that. You won't stand a chance against me, he says as he runs away. Yeah, it was. I need to get some corpses out there.
I'm afraid not.
I don't know about you, but I'm scared of letting him move.
Can't say as I blame you.
I understand so much more now.
I got yet another legendary helm. That works for new armor. That is another Leoric's crown, one that is a proper level for me. Okay. So we go to the Desolate Chamber, because we're gonna have to go back to town after this, and that's where we'll end it.
This is unexpected. How did you come here?
I remember falling.
Who are you?
I am not your enemy. I think. Yes, I believe I have come with a warning. The darkness. The darkness is coming. I don't remember.
You must get to safety. Then we will find answers.
Alright, so off we go to Tristram.
I believed it was a falling star. But in truth, it was only a man. And of course, his memories have vanished. Perhaps Deckard Cain will know more.
Alright, so we'll go talk with Deckard.
I found him in the crater.
No man could survive such a thing. Who are you? What are you?
A warrior, I think. I came bearing grave news, but I cannot remember.
Your message might be all that can save us from impending doom.
Alright. So that was this episode of Diablo
Tell me
3.
everything you remember, stranger. Every
Now,
detail.
we'll try to come up with a schedule ahead of time and just,
It was
you know,
part
hey,
of
it's
me,
happening.
But it shattered into 3 pieces as I fell.
But,
It is
I
vital
want to
that
thank
we
everybody
find
for
those
watching.
pieces.
I want to
believe
thank
the sword
Almighty
made
Slim Jim
whole
for being
will
my guest
restore
host
your
once again.
memory.
The goatmen are
You're welcome,
rampaging
brother.
through the fields. Could the sword have
And-
anything to do with that?
Of
Well, I'll
course,
let
of
the
course.
talking
Just
get
as
out of the way
dead
before I
rose
finish
around
up.
the stranger, the sword pieces drove the goatmen to madness.
It's possible. We'll have our answers once I retrieve the sword.
Alright. Now, once again, thank you everybody for watching, and as always, stay wild, everybody.